Welcome to Divine Love Tarot. I want to thank you for joining me, whether it's your first time or your return viewer subscriber. I hope that you find this message to resonate and that it's helpful. If you find that it doesn't resonate, just keep in mind that this is a general reading and it's not going to resonate with everyone, okay? You may also want to check out your moon sign, your rising sign, and your Venus, because sometimes those planets are more prominent in your chart. Also, for the month of November, I will be doing my 5K giveaway. So guys, make sure that you watch the video that explains the giveaway, and in order to enter, you're going to have to comment and be a subscriber, okay? So check out that video. I'll have links in all my November videos. Also, I'm offering live readings now, okay? You'll be able to do a live session with me via Chatalyze. So I'll be offering 2 sessions a week to start. So make sure you check that out. I'll also have links in all my videos for that too. And I'm doing extended readings again starting in November. So if you're interested in purchasing an extended reading for any of the videos that I have up, then go ahead and check out my Patreon site. That's where the extended readings will be. And I will also have a link to those videos in every video also. At any time, if you have any questions about anything I'm offering on the channel or whatever I'm doing, just check the About Me section, because that's where I'll keep a log of everything. You'll be able to see the video chat sessions and times, links to Patreon, links to any giveaways that I'm doing. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get into your reading. All right, Virgo, let's go ahead and get into your video, okay? The first card we pull is going to represent your current energy, okay? So what's currently going on in your love life or in your relationship, okay? And we get the Ace of Pentacles, okay? Next card is going to represent your challenge or what's crossing this energy. And we've got the Three of Wands in the reverse. Next card represents what you're coming out of, the past energy. We've got the Two of Cups in reverse. Next card represents what you're moving towards with the future energy. We've got the Three of Cups. Next card represents what you want. We've got the Magician. Next card represents the internal factors which driving you. We've got the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Next card represents your advice for this reading. We've got the Five of Swords. Next card represents external factors. We've got the Eight of Wands. Next card represents your hopes and your fears. We've got the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. And the next card represents your outcome for this reading. Ooh, the King of Swords. You guys keep getting these swords in the reverse in these readings. What's going on, Virgo? All right, so let me see. My computer shut off when I first started your reading, and it's interesting because a couple of the same cards came out anyways. So let's go ahead and see what's going on for you guys. So this is looking a little bit better than the last reading, so maybe everything happens for a reason. Now, you guys have the current energy of the Ace of Pentacles in the upright, so that's a good sign. And with the Ace of Pentacles, this represents contentment, okay? Represents that if you're in a relationship, you guys are, pretty stable, or you're moving towards building a more stable foundation for the relationship. Okay, also, this represents, like, sexual urges, that physical connection. This can indicate pregnancy for some, so congratulations, or maybe in order for some of you. You may not even know, or you may be heading towards that direction. Okay, so, when I see the Ace of Pentacles, I see a very grounded, very solid love affair or love connection, all right? Let's go ahead and clarify this Ace of Pentacles. And we get the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords, it's like you guys are moving towards this grounded energy, okay? You're moving away from anything that's negative, anything that was confusing. You guys may be coming out of some stagnation or, some type of unhappy period. So it seems like you're moving towards more stable, more fulfilling type of a situation. For those of you who are in a relationship, if you're single, you may have met someone that you can, you connect with on a really good physical and emotional level, somebody that you can definitely, have a stable relationship with. At least you have the potential. That's what the Ace of Pentacles is. It's the potential. Okay, so with the Six of Swords, once again, it's moving away from, anything that caused you unhappiness, being stuck in a rut. You're getting over it. You're moving away from that. Leaving a bad situation behind, getting over past hurts, okay? And for some of you, this new person is like the catalyst for this change, okay, when we see the Six of Swords. Now, what is your challenge? We have the Three of Wands in the reverse. So your challenge is that you may be frustrated. You may be waiting on something that you feel like is never going to happen or never going to come. Also, with this 3, you may not be seeing the bigger picture. All right, for some of you, you may be in a situation where you're not seeing, that this is moving to a better situation, or maybe you just have like a history of being kind of short-sighted when it comes to relationships. You may be the type of person to focus more on the here and now, but not really seeing the bigger picture. Okay, so for some, it feels like maybe you feel like you've been waiting for this forever and you were getting a little bit impatient. So let's go ahead and clarify that 3, and we get the Seven of Wands. So for some of you, the Seven of Wands speaks to a little bit of defensiveness. All right, the Seven of Wands is about, like not wanting to fight, not having challenges. And maybe, what it is that every situation has challenges, even if they're positive, even if this is a new connection, even if it feels great, there may be things that you have to work for. It may be something that you have to fight for. So for some of you, it may be, there may be other people, like a third party situation, because this 3 is here, that are, people outside of the relationship are challenging your relationship, okay? So that may be what this Seven of Swords, Three of Wands combination is for some of you. For my singles, I feel like your challenge is to not get frustrated. Your challenge is to not lose your patience and give up, and have that belief that, you're moving towards a situation where you're going to have the opportunity to be in this relationship. I think for my singles, there is someone coming towards you or someone that you're moving towards, either or, that can give you the possibility of having the potential for having a stable relationship. All right, moving to the past energy. So you're coming out, for some of you, you could be coming out of a breakup. For others of you, you're just coming out of a time where, the relationship may have been stagnant. You guys may not have been on the same page. With the Two of Cups in the reverse, it just talks about, disappointments. I feel like it was like either a temporary breakup or just a part where you guys were just not seeing eye to eye as far as on emotional level. Okay, clarify that. And we got the Lovers. So the love is there, okay? The connection is there, but it was just a situation where you guys just were not seeing eye to eye, okay? You were not really communicating in a way that each other could understand on an emotional level. And that's okay, because you're moving away from that. You're moving away from that towards a time where things are more stable, so that's good. For some of you, you could have been dealing, or you could be, or could have been dealing with a Gemini, okay? Now, moving towards the future, we've got the Three of Cups. So I don't want to jump into third-party situations, but that's what 3s can represent in love reading. But also with the Three of Cups, it represents celebrations. It represents, strengthening the friendship of your relationship. You guys could be going on more dates. You could be going out. The holidays are coming up, so that's usually a time where there's a lot of parties and a lot of things. So this can represent you guys enjoying each other's company, all right? So let's go ahead and clarify. And we get the Eight of Swords in the reverse. So yeah, definitely a time where you guys are opening up. You're more open, you feel more free, you feel more ready to maybe share your love with the world, okay, with this Eight of Swords. It also represents letting go you know, and going with the flow, having mental clarity, having wisdom. So maybe you realize that for some of you, this could be a situation where you realize that, you know, it's really time to enjoy each other, enjoy the relationship. But for some others, this can indicate maybe that you are realizing that you are in a third party situation. Okay, the Eight of Swords in the reverse represents seeing things for what they are with that clarity. So for some of you, that clarity means that you realize that there's some, you know, there's some third party situation going on, and that's what this challenge could be. Okay, now moving towards what you want, Virgo, and you guys want the Magician. So that could be a few things. For some of you, once again, like I said, that could be the Gemini. It could be a Virgo, so some of you may be interested in another Virgo. If not, it is the ability to kind of manifest the kind of relationship, the kind of love life that you want. With the Magician, you feel confident. You feel like you can do anything, okay? You can make anything happen. So maybe you're wanting to get to that place where you're feeling that about yourself and about your love life again. For some of you, you want somebody who represents the Magician. The Magician is someone who's very magnetic, very charismatic, you know, someone that you're very drawn to. So it may not be necessarily a Virgo or a Gemini, but it could be somebody that represents those characteristics for you. Okay, go ahead and clarify that. And we get the Knight of Swords. Okay, so this is an interesting combination because in a love reading, the Knight of Swords can represent that kind of whirlwind relationship where you kind of feel like you're being swept off your feet, okay? But it's something that happens really fast, okay? It's also about being brave, being fearless, okay? Someone with good intentions and pure intentions, all right? The Knight of Swords can also be a Capricorn or an Aquarius, all right? Let's go ahead and move along to your internal factors. Now, what's driving you internally? We've got the Queen of Cups in reverse. So for some of you, this can indicate maybe you're dealing with a water sign, okay? If not dealing with the water sign, with the Queen of Cups in reverse, there's some type of fear here, perhaps, okay? When we have the Queen of Cups, we can have unrealistic expectations. You know, someone could be a little bit self-absorbed, manipulative emotionally. So let's go ahead and clarify that to see. Are you dealing with this person? We get the Five of Wands, which is funny. This card also came up in the original reading. So the Five of Wands, you know, talks about bickering, petty fights, petty arguments, also about competition, okay? Competition, others vying for your attention, perhaps even other people meddling in your relationship. So for the Five of Wands to be clarifying this Queen of Cups, I feel like this indicates that you either feel like there is some type of an emotional imbalance where there's like, you know, it causes arguments, because maybe you're still experiencing some of this Two of Cups in reverse energy. For some of you, it can be a situation where maybe it's a situation, I think I'm repeating myself, I apologize, where you kind of are in a situation, I don't know why I keep saying that, where you play off of each other's, it's that banter, that back and forth, you know, one-upping of each other type of a, you know, deal. So that may be what's driving you to kind of want to move towards something that's a little bit more balanced and a little bit more stable, okay? That's why you want things to be a little bit more positive with the Magician. And maybe the Magician represents to you being able to express yourself better, okay? The Knight of Swords combined with the Magician with somebody who would be very, very well-versed in not only expressing their thoughts, but expressing their emotions, expressing how they feel, expressing what they want. So maybe that's what's motivating you. That's why you want that, because maybe you find it difficult to really express everything that you're feeling, especially if it's not always positive, okay? Now your advice for the reading is the Five of Swords, okay? So I feel like with the Five of Swords, as advice, I think it's one of those kind of pick your battles type of a situation with the Five of Swords. But also in picking your battles, that means you're going to fight what you feel like is right. Okay, with the Five of Swords. So if you feel like there's anything going on that's wrong, it's about being able to stand up for yourself, but recognizing that not everything has to be a battle. Okay, so make sure that you're not in a situation where you wind up bickering over every little thing because, you know, you feel like you have to address every little thing. Yes, things can be addressed, but they don't necessarily need to wind up in arguments, okay? What is the external factor? Well, we've got the Eight of Wands here. So it could be a situation where there's somebody who is really in love with you, someone who's really fallen for you, or someone that you've really fallen for. All right? And like the Knight of Swords, the Eight of Wands is something that happens suddenly, something that just hits you. Okay, maybe you met someone and you can't believe how fast you fell for this person. Okay, maybe you're head over heels for this person and, you know, you're realizing that, or, you know, vice versa. Okay, the Eight of Wands can represent, you know, that love and excitement, sex, passion, being swept off your feet, things moving at a very quick pace. Okay, so with this Knight of Swords here and this Eight of Wands, I think it's a situation where maybe you're getting what you want. You're in a situation that's moving really quickly. All right, let's go ahead and clarify that. And we get the Hanged Man, okay? So for some of you, you either are in love with a Pisces or there's a Pisces who is in love with you. Or if that is not the case, then you are with someone who's also very romantic, okay? This person tends to be romantic. They tend to be kind of, you know, a pure-hearted, you know, person, someone with good intentions, someone who really believes in like the fairy tale and happy endings, okay? Now the Hangman, we can't ignore the fact that the Hangman can also indicate being at a crossroads. All right, so it's about, you know, self-sacrifice, somebody who's willing to sacrifice for a relationship because they believe in love, okay? Moving on to your hopes or your fears, and we've got the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So with the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, I feel like you fear that things may change for the worse, okay? You're afraid that maybe, you know, one of those things that things are feeling too good for you right now, and you're afraid that they're going to change. All right. And you get the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So you fear that you're going to lose the stability. You fear that things are going to move into a direction where, you know, there is selfishness and there is a lack of love and a lack of stability and a lack of nurturing, a lack of loyalty. You're afraid that however good things are going now, that they're going to go in the other direction. All right. Moving on to the outcome, we've got the King of Swords in the reverse. Why? Why? There's so much positive things happening here in this reading, and then the outcome is the King of Swords in the reverse. So for some of you, you could definitely be dealing with a Gemini or perhaps even a Taurus. But the King of Swords in reverse can indicate maybe you're dealing with someone who's a little bit arrogant. You're dealing with someone who's a little bit manipulative. They can be calculating. You know, you do have the Queen of Cups in reverse energy here, so you know, whether that's your energy of being the, you know, emotionally manipulative person, or whether you feel like you're dealing with someone who is manipulative, okay? Let me go ahead and clarify this King of Swords. Ooh, we get the Ten of Swords in the reverse. So it seems that there is some type of, you know, some type of negativity that you guys have to get over, okay? Some type of getting over a past relationship. Like maybe there's still something from back here with this Two of Cups in the reverse that you're still dealing with, Virgo, okay? So, you know, if you're moving towards a new relationship, if you're moving towards a new, more positive situation, you've got to make sure that you're leaving the negative baggage behind, because you do not want to put that negative baggage. Do not bring that Two of Cups in the reverse on this Six of Swords boat, okay? Don't bring that with you, because you're going to wind up you know, in a situation where it's taking you a lot longer to heal. The Six of Swords is helping you to heal. It's helping you to move. You know, this new situation is a catalyst to help you get over and move towards a new situation. So there's no point in holding on to things or taking forever to heal. Or if you need that time to heal, be honest about it. You know what I'm saying? Be honest and let someone know, listen, I still have some things that I'm dealing with. I'm still trying to get over, you know, situation. I have trust issues because I've been through XYZ, okay? Don't bring that baggage into the new situation. So keep this Six of Swords boat empty, okay? And therefore you'll be better able to deal with, you know, your new relationships going forward. And, you know, we want to be careful with the manipulation, whether we're dealing with someone who's manipulative or whether we tend to be manipulative, because it's, you know, sometimes that's a residual of being hurt. Okay, Virgo? So at this point, I'm going to move into the extended reading where I'm going to pull some more cards to clarify some other situations, or other situations has got to be the word of the day, and I don't want to say it anymore, to clarify some other aspects of this reading, okay? So this is a complete reading, but in tarot, we can always pull more cards, so that's what the extended reading is. So if you're resonating and you want to know some more information, I'll have a link in the description bar and in the comments. I'll pin a comment to the top of how you can get to the extended reading. If you would like a more personalized reading, you can also, in my description bar, get to my website where you can order a reading, or you can send me an email at divinelovetarot@gmail.com. All right, Virgo, and I will see you guys at the next reading. Bye. All right, Gemini, so let's just go ahead and finish this out. I don't know why this video is just filled with interruptions, but I feel like maybe that's the point, that whatever it is going on with you, it's like you guys keep getting to a point where the connection just doesn't click or gets interrupted, but the bond underneath it is, you know, keeping you guys together, okay? Clarify that. We've got the Hangman, another major arcana, another, you know, card about making a decision. You know, it's like you guys are at a crossroads right now with the situation, and I think that with all this anxiety that's playing around here and all this frustration, I think you're just at your breaking point. All right, with this devil, I think it's becoming overwhelming for you, Gemini, and it's like it's time for you guys to make a decision about staying or going. I think that off again, on again, that time where there's a break doesn't offer you any relief, and you wind up back with this person, but at the same time, somebody in this situation is unavailable. For my singles, if it's a situation where you keep finding yourself attracted to people who are unavailable, that's leading you to anxiety because you're starting to question yourself and you're frustrated with this process of being single and dating and not finding anyone, or not finding anybody who will offer you the kind of stability and security that you want or that you're looking for. All right, but it's like a cycle. So once again, you've got to figure out how to break that cycle, and what is it that you're doing, you know, with this Four Cups energy. What is it that you're doing to contribute to the cycle and the anxiety and how things are going? All right, guys, so at this point, this is where I will go into the extended reading, where I'll pull more clarifiers and more cards to get more details and more information. So you guys, there will be a link to my Patreon site where those videos will be available. And if you want a more personalized reading, you guys can contact me at divinelovetarot@gmail.com. All my information is in the description bar below this video, and I will see you guys at the next video. Bye, Gemini.